Hello everybody. In this time we are talking about types of selling. Selling, no matter what kind of style you adopt, is all about an exchange of value. It is where money is exchanged for products. The process that you follow is the style of selling that you will adopt in order for that exchange of value to occur, and will be based on what you're selling and your company approach to winning business. And then let's take a closer look at the different types of selling. The first, transactional selling. Using this type of sales technique, the intention of the salesperson is to offer, like, sell their product. There doesn't appear to be much of a sales process. Any process that is in place normally follows the adage of pile them high, sell them cheap. It is a quick sales. This type of selling is reserved for the one of sale where there isn't much chance of repeat business, so developing long-term relationships is not a priority the salesperson. There is not a massive questions that are asked are limited. You are not going to ask lots of questions when purchasing a sports bag for the gym, for example. And then the second, high pressure selling. We are all had them. Those sales people who knock on our door at home and then try to sell us something using high pressure tactics. They'll try anything to get their foot in the door, and when in, they are hard to remove. I've had several encounters of high pressure selling over the years. The salesperson doesn't take no for an answer, and instead of working with you, tries to bully you into making a decision. It makes you as a buyer feel uncomfortable and uneasy, but the salesperson seems to enjoy it because their commission, and in some instances their whole salary, depends on them making that sale with you. They ask for the sale so many times that some people just say yes to get rid of them, and that's not good. And then the third, product oriented selling. As you can imagine, this is where the salesperson just talks about the product and very little else. Salespeople often get roped into this type of sale when a prospect says to them, "What do you do? And why are you selling this to me?" It revolves around the features and benefits of the product and tries to blind the prospect with science. And the demonstrations and examples of the product in action are the normal way of proceeding with this particular type of selling. The fourth, challenger selling. The challenger sale was created by Matthew Dixon. Its premise is that it should be the salesperson that takes control of the customer conversation, being assertive and pushing back when needed. The challenger salesperson knows best, and they don't pander the prospect's every need. Instead, they believe in what they are selling and they convey this message by telling the customer why the products and services are the only solution that they should consider and the reasons behind it. The style is all about taking control. It is about taking control of the sales process by teaching, recommending, tailoring, and advising. As the name suggests, it's about challenging the prospect rather than just agreeing and nodding to everything they say. It even can create tension, so this approach is not for the faint of heart and isn't for everyone. And then we move to the principles of selling. Principle 1, do your research. One of the essential principles of selling is that you should always be fully prepared for each conversation you have with a prospect. That means doing the proper research and planning every time and adding this to your sales process. Find out what your prospect organization does, how they do it, and why. Then build a complete understanding of what drives them as well as what challenges they may face. By doing so, you can make a personalized pitch to each prospect that caters to their most essential needs and challenges. The second, don't be afraid to give up. One of the essential principles of selling is to acknowledge that sometimes you won't be able to make sale. Even the best salesperson can't guarantee 100% success rate. Some prospects will inevitably go cold and you won't be able to close them. The key is to recognize when this is the case and be prepared to redirect your efforts elsewhere rather than wasting time and resources. So, keep a close eye on your sales pipeline and be aware of any prospect that have stalled or stagnated. Then, carefully evaluate whether it is worth continuing to pursue them or whether your time would be better spent on other, more active prospect. And the third, lead with value and insight. The strongest way to start your conversation with new potential customers is by showing real insight into what they do, the challenges they face, and how you can help them solve these issues. In doing so, you can begin to demonstrate the value of your product or service to the prospect. Remember, your prospect is not there to learn about your product. What they really want is to find solutions to their problems. As such, you need to be clear about how you provide solutions and in turn provide value. I think it is enough for this session. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give this channel with your like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget share. Thank you.